You see my goblin? Oh, oh, oh. There she is. Hey, lady. Are you being so cute? Yeah. Oh, so precious. That throne is for her, truly. What a little angel. I have exciting news. I'm going to Bicolline, which is already so cool and fun and exciting, but it's also my first LARP ever. And so I've been getting very excited about packing. The closer it gets, the more stressed I'm getting about packing. I've done, you know, probably way too much research into packing. So I figured I would just share with you guys what I'm going to bring, and I'll share with you my packing list as well, because I have read probably every packing list posted publicly online, watched every Bicolline packing video, a lot of LARP packing videos, and I made my own list. So hopefully you can benefit from my stress, and my list is a decent one. Now again, I've never been to a LARP, so we could, you know, get to the end of the LARP, and there could be, you know, things that I had no idea that I would have wanted, or there could be stuff on my list that I just end up absolutely not using. And maybe I'll make a video after the LARP to kind of go over my list again and see what was necessary. Did I need to bring more, less, etc. I already have a lot of like medieval cosplay type of stuff. A lot of stuff I thrift as well, but I did partner with BURGSCHNEIDER to get some actual LARP gear, and I decided I wanted to kind of show like almost like a capsule wardrobe way to pack for a LARP, because I think since I'm flying on a plane, it's gonna be my best bet to pack a lot of stuff that kind of goes together, and I can just mix and match what I'm feeling on the day, depending on my mood, the temperature, the activities, etc. So I figured I would just show you some of my layers, my stuff from BURGSCHNEIDER, as well as thrifted stuff and stuff I already had, and kind of just show you, you know, my plan, which hopefully goes well. I don't really have a great way to film full body shots, because I don't have like enough space to shoot. It's weird because I can't see the screen or anything, but hi. So basically my packing list, I put toiletries, clothes, but I didn't list out everything I'm bringing, accessories, other stuff like for your tent or just other stuff you'll want, and then other recommendations from other people who I've talked to that have been to Bicolline. I think I'm just going to put that link below. Maybe I'll talk some more about that later, but I want to show you some of my outfits I plan to kind of bring with me. As I said, I'm doing it kind of capsule wardrobe style, where everything can kind of layer together or go with each other. So yeah, hopefully that works for me. Why, hello! My cat is larger than me. His body length is quite long. So this is essentially a shift, which is like the base undergarment for a lot of eras of clothing for women. So here it is with just a tie-on belt that also came from BURGSCHNEIDER. Kievan Rus women would never have worn this without a belt, which I find fascinating. I've been learning a lot about Kievan Rus history, so I'd like to make a video about that at some point. But anyway, here we already have one outfit. This is a very breathable fabric. It feels like linen. I could be wrong. I'll double check. And this is another natural fiber belt, so this is very breathable. I feel like I could wear this out in the sun and be fine. I'd be protected from the sun, which is also great. But if you need extra layers for when it gets colder at night, this is another layer from the Kievan Rus collection. So this is basically a wool over tunic. It will keep you warmer, and wool is water repellent, so that's always great for rainy places like where Bicolline takes place. Again, I'd probably wear this with a belt. So this is another very easy, historically accurate outfit made with just 3 pieces that I will be bringing with me. And of course, you could also wear this wool dress without the shift underneath, but for time's sake, I will not be trying it on that way. I have another wool dress I'm going to put on. What do you have to say? What a cutie. You guys. Oh, I probably should have unbuttoned that first. So, again, another wool dress from BURGSCHNEIDER. This is definitely something I will be wearing at night because this wool is actually thinner than that on the shorter dress I just put on, but it covers my whole body. So I feel like this will be very cozy when it drops down to cooler temperatures at nighttime. And again, I haven't tried this on yet, and I think it's cute, so I'm going to put a belt on just to see. I know I'm a nerd, but historical clothing makes me feel so cool. Like, this is such a simple garment, but it feels so, like, refined, you know? And the fabric is so nice. I really like it. Since I mentioned I'd probably be wearing this for night, if I need another layer, I am bringing a coat. I'm going to put that on. It is a Kevin Roos wool overcoat. This might be one of my new favorite things that I own. I'm obsessed with the clasps. They're so pretty. I'm also always surprised by how comfortable and breathable wool is. Like, I was hot already before I started filming this, but like, I'm wearing a shift and 2 layers of wool, and I'm not overheating. It's amazing. I love it. Oh, wow. I don't want to take this off now. This is so cool. So this is technically one of the men's coats from BURGSCHNEIDER's Kevin Roos collection, but I got a small, and I think it fits me pretty well. And I'm a pretty small human, so I feel like they have good size charts. I thought I'd mention, yes, this is a long dress. However, skirt hikes are always an option that you can wear on your belt. So I just wanted to point that out because if it gets muddy, I will definitely be hiking it up so I'm not dragging stuff through the mud. This one you just kind of throw over your head like this, and then it has ties on the side. Oh. Hello?
Hi.
What's up?
Are you ready?
I'm literally
Are you packed?
I'm literally filming a packing video right now.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, say hi.
Hello! We are going to Bicolline!
And we're so excited. Landry, come say hello.
Those people, so excited for Bicolline.
We're going
So
together.
excited.
Yep, we're staying in the same tent. It's gonna be great.
Je suis excitée. Je suis excitée! Okay.
So Lanchin and I were on the phone for 1 hour and 28 minutes, and I managed to put on this little pin I made as well as a belt. So let's get back to it. So this is like the Viking apron from BURGSCHNEIDER. Like I said, it ties on the sides. I put a belt with it because I know I'm gonna be having like my tankard strap with like my little mug hanging off of it. I know I'm gonna want to hang like maybe like a little bag off of it or something. And I've always loved Viking pins and like jewelry, so I decided to try to make some. So this is what I came up with. I actually just bought these off of AliExpress because I couldn't find any other ones that came with like a good thing like to attach the beads on, and I just used beads that I had from stuff that fell apart or beads that I had bought previously. So those are just pinned on, but I think it looks really cool. Here's another outfit with the apron. My character is like kind of like a witchy character, and so I planned for her to wear a lot of like scarves and veils and headpieces and stuff, so I'll show you like some of the stuff that I have. This is just a normal scarf, and the nice thing about this is that like you can wear it at night to keep you warm, obviously. You can wear it kind of like off your shoulders to be like a little accessory, or for my character I would wear it probably over my head like this. I could also tie it in front of my neck, and then here is a little headpiece that I made that I would wear over it. So here's my little headpiece. I made it off of jewelry scraps and beads that I had kind of hanging around, so it's got some jingly things on it. I think having jingly, noisy things is very fun for my character, personally. So I have a couple more things like this that I made, but like I said, you could either wear this veil just as is, or, you know, kind of loop it around your shoulders like this. I feel like this is another good option to have just to kind of mix and match with things. You could wear it as the sash, you could even loop it around your waist to be like a skirt. So again, scarves in multiple colors is a good option, I think. So I have them both on this hanger. They are two separate pieces, so I will put them on one at a time and show you what they look like. This is the little like shoulder shawl piece. I think it's very cute. These are snaps on both sides, which is very convenient. And then I'm going to put the hood on. Okay, so here we are with both of the D&D pieces on. As I mentioned, these are all snap-on, which is very convenient. The hood is very deep, which I love because it kind of gives you this dramatic effect on the sides. And again, you can wear both of these separately. If I just wanted to wear the hood, I could take off that piece underneath and just have the hood on top. So I think that's really fun for versatility and keeping a bunch of different options in my limited packing space. Another thing I got, a vegan faux wool cloak from Amazon, just because I thought that it would be nice to have that. And then I sprayed it with water resistant spray, which I showed in my previous summer video. So hopefully that withstands some of the rain, but I'm going to put that on just to show you. So I really like that this covers the arms. Obviously I'm holding my microphone, but you know, my arms would be dry if it was raining. And it does have a nice hood. I can't help but be reminded of hobbits when I'm wearing this, so that's always a plus. Okay, I had to make some space on my camera, but I'm back. So I pretty much showed you all of my dresses and my big layers, like my cloak and my coat and my chemise and my dresses. And while I do have a few more that I will show you, I'm not going to put them on. So here is a blue shift chemise type of dress that I actually got from a theater that was selling some of their costumes. But it's definitely just like a handmade shift, so you know, if you know how to sew, I would say just look up a pattern because this is such an easy make. This dress, it's just a white dress that I thrifted. I believe it's actually from Amazon. It's just like a linen dress, but I figured, you know, I'm not going to be able to do laundry for a week, so it might be nice to have two chemise type of things for underlayers, or you know, just if it's too hot, just to have a plain breathable dress. Another BURGSCHNEIDER piece that I got is it's like a hip piece, it's like padded tassets, so I'm just going to put it on and show you what it looks like. Okay, so here we have our padded tassets. These are both from the Ranger collection, and I don't own any type of gambeson for underneath my armor, so I'm really happy to have some type of like soft tassets, because it is nice if I'm going to wear my breastplate perhaps, or like my metal tassets, to have a layer between me and the metal, but also I really like it on its own. I think it looks cool. It's functional if I want to join the battle. And favorite colors. Another thing I have is this little belt sheath and foam LARP dagger. This is the Rogue dagger. And it's so cute. It's got a little skull. And it is, of course, very, very soft at the tip. LARP safe. So I will be adding this to my belt for days when I need it. Moving on to some other stuff that I have. That was all my BURGSCHNEIDER stuff, and now I'm just going to show you some random things that I'm packing. I have this LARP sword from Medieval Collectibles. I'll put a link for all of the new stuff that I have in the description. Obviously I'm going to show you guys some thrifted stuff, which I won't be able to link you to, but I'll put this and all of the BURGSCHNEIDER stuff down below. This is a sword that will fit in my bag, which is perfect. It's, you know, lightweight, spinnable, which is very fun. It also has real leather wrapped around the hilt, which I think is cool, and I really like the shape of this blade. I think it's fun. Yeah. Before I move along to thrifted and secondhand stuff, I do have to show you my BURGSCHNEIDER shoes that I got. I'm very excited about my shoes. So I have these medieval boots that have like kind of little frog buttons and then some tie-up laces. The leather is nice quality, and I have a friend who owns these and said that they're pretty good for mud, which is great news. And then I also got these lace-up Viking shoes. They actually have no traction on the bottom, and I thought that I was going to hate that, and they're so comfortable. I already wore these out to take photos, so they're a little bit worn in on the bottom, but truly I'm surprised how comfortable they are, and I kind of want to wear them all the time, even though they look a little ancient, which is the vibe anyway. Alrighty, so as I said, I've got a lot of thrifted stuff that I'm not going to be putting on, but I'm going to show you a couple things just to give you an idea of things that you might want to bring. I'm just going to hold them up and show things to you, just so you can get an idea of what I'm bringing, and hopefully that's helpful. This is a pair of linen pants that I thrifted. They have a zipper on the side, and I thrifted them because of the stitching detail on the bottom. I thought that was really fun. So I'm bringing these pants. I have a couple tunic type of shirts that I thrifted. This one has pretty embroidery on it. The tag is literally from Old Navy, but I wore this to the Ren Fair recently and it's very comfortable. It looks very decorum, so bringing that. I feel very comfortable in skirts in the summer, so I thrifted this kind of ombre skirt that I might layer underneath a dress, or, you know, just wear as is and hike it up if it's a hot day. Here is a plain brown linen dress that I thrifted. It has two little pockets in it, which I thought would be convenient, but mostly it's just comfortable and breathable. I do have some other stuff that I'm bringing, like this open surcoat. This was a dress I thrifted and cut down the front just to have it be kind of an open surcoat, and then I belt it. So I'll probably bring some stuff like this. I have a video, which I will share above right here, about, you know, all my thrifting hacks for stuff like this, because I don't think I can go through everything that I want to pack, but I do give a lot of good ideas there of things that I will be bringing to Bicolline. Alright, now that I've shown you some of the clothing I'm bringing, I want to go through the packing list that I have made. Again, I will link this below. So I have it sectioned into categories. So the first one is toiletries. Obviously you're going to need shampoo and conditioner, a regular body wash for showers, but if you plan on bathing in the river, you do need a eco-friendly river-safe soap. This goes for shampoo and conditioner too. There have been river bans in the past because it's a sensitive ecosystem and they don't want chemicals in the water. So keep that in mind. If you go and there is a river ban, you can buy shower cards, but there is going to be a line and I will get back to that later down the list. I am bringing wet wipes and toilet paper because I have heard that the bathroom does run out of toilet paper, Band-Aids, because I know myself, bug spray, as well as anti-itch cream because I know I'm going to get bit anyway, deodorant and perfume, makeup, if that's something your character will be using. I'm going to bring some. I can't imagine I'm going to actually commit to that because I know myself, but nail clippers and a nail file, sunscreen, a razor, toothbrush, feminine products, chapstick, lotion or moisturizer, a comb for your hair, and I've also had people recommend muscle cream and or tiger balm because you are going to be walking around all day, and I have heard people recommend chafing cream or like a chafing stick. So I did get that. We'll see if I use it. But the next category is clothing. I have showed you like kind of the main stuff. I do have another thing to show you. This right here is a Rowena cloak that I made out of a sheet. And basically what I did was I melted wax with some mineral oil. I will link a video below on how to do this, but once you melt it down, you can essentially paint it onto a fabric and then iron it on. And this will make it a water resistant fabric. So that is how I made a hood that will keep me completely dry. As I mentioned earlier, my wool stuff will keep me mostly dry, so it's just, I think it'll be nice to have that option because it will absolutely rain. Okay, I made a hood and Rowena and I waxed them so that they're waterproof, and I'm gonna try it. We're gonna see if I'm waterproof. I'm scared. Wow. That worked really good. There's a few spots on my back that I think I missed, but that's pretty impressive. Nice. Some more things I have in the clothing section are comfortable boots. I'm bringing a taller pair of boots. I'm bringing multiple pairs of shoes because people say your feet are going to get wet and your shoes won't dry, and also what happens if your shoes are uncomfortable, you're going to want like other options. So I'm bringing boots, shoes. People have recommended slip-on shoes for inside your tent just in case you need to leave to go to the bathroom at night, sandals for the river and or the shower, swimsuit. There's not really such thing as a decorum swimsuit, unfortunately, so just a plain unobtrusive color. If you show up in a neon orange, people are gonna probably look at you, but if you show up in like black, gray, brown, no one will probably care. I'm bringing a beanie because I will probably get cold at night. You're gonna need some armor if you want to join the battle. Again, I've never been, don't have any experience, especially with the battle, so I'm probably not the person to ask, but if you have been, you can let me know in the comments like how necessary armor is. It seems, from what I understand, pretty necessary. Just because, especially the head area, headshots are illegal in this game, so you definitely want at least like eye protection, but again, I'm no expert. The last thing I have here is comfy and warm sleeping clothes, and people have recommended to keep clothing like your sleeping clothes and your traveling home on the plane clothes in a garbage bag or some type of plastic sack because it does get humid there and people have had problems with condensation inside of their tent, and the last thing you want is to be sleeping or going home in a damp outfit. So the next category on here is accessories. So I have belts, which you know I love a belt. Belt pouches. This one is from the Leafling bags. It looks like a little leaf. I think it's pretty cute, but I do have another leather one that I'm bringing. LARP sword / scabbard, which I mentioned. scarves or decorum sashes, leather gloves, and a hat for keeping the sun off your face. So this is a hat that I thrifted, and I kind of tattered up the edges to make it, you know, look a little more worn, because I thought that that would fit my character and look kind of cool. So here's my little hat. There is an other category. The first thing in there is a tankard or a chalice. I have a chalice on my belt right now with a little holder. You're definitely going to want something to hold it onto your belt, so when you buy drinks or you want to refill water at the tap, you have something to drink out of. Wooden and or metal travel cutlery, plus a wooden or some other kind of decorum bowl for food. Again, I've never been, so I don't know how absolutely necessary that is, but I have seen it on a lot of other people's lists. Another note I have on here is some tankards can't hold hot liquids. For example, this chalice is pewter, and I don't think that would go well. So if you want to have hot beverages, maybe bring like an enamel or a ceramic mug if you know that you're not going to be able to do that in your tankard or chalice. A small mirror to do makeup, medieval board games. It's my new hyperfixation, so I'm bringing some. Plenty of socks and underwear, like way more than you think you'd need. Again, it's going to be wet there. So medications, and then like painkiller, Tylenol type of stuff, or allergy pills if you need it. Some people bring trinkets to give out. You're obviously going to want Canadian currency and a passport and your ID for, you know, drinking alcohol if you're of age. You're going to need a towel for the shower. I'm bringing like tarot cards and runes because some people suggested that and it fits my character, so that's what I'm bringing. And then I'm bringing a sketchbook, but you can also bring a craft like crocheting or, you know, something like that to do at camp if that is something that you think you would like to have with you. And then you're going to need a decorum bag to transport toiletries to the standing showers and or the river. Like, there's going to be lines, so you're going to need a bag to keep all of your modern looking stuff in. Look how cute this bag is that my mom made me. I'm obsessed with it. She made it for me with the toiletries situation in mind. Look how cute. One side has a tapestry pocket. It's got a little vintage pin here and here. And then the front side, it's got some beads and dangly things. It's got a little clock on here, as well as pictures. Here's one with me and my friend Kinley, me and my partner, me and Lanchin, who is coming to Bicolline with me, and then me and my friend Kate. How cute is that? My mom is so cute. Next category I have is tent stuff. So you're going to want a decorum lantern for walking around. I have heard that people don't use flashlights out and about, and it's kind of frowned upon. So I have this flicker lantern, which it's like a solar powered one. We'll see how well this does there. It's actually pretty bright, so I'm not too worried about it. Then I do have a non-decorum flashlight for inside the tent where I don't have to worry about people seeing me. An eye mask and earplugs for sleep, plastic bags for wet items or things that you do not want to get wet, candles, which I have seen recommended to only use outdoors because the fumes inside of the tent is a safety hazard, and if you do bring candles, you'll want a lighter. An extra jug or bottle to fill with water and keep in your tent. People have mentioned that you will want a decorum one because the taps are not super nearby to a lot of places, so if you're going to be lugging around like a jug of water that you want to refill, you want it to look, you know, the vibe. So I actually got this leather water bottle holder. I'll link this below. It's from Amazon, but inside of it I have this empty bottle of port, which I glued some string around the top here, And then I used some glue and I basically made a little wax seal on the top, which I thought was pretty cute. This is just a cork, so I feel like this looks pretty decorum. It's pretty big and it fits in my little bag here, so I can carry it around with me, or I can leave it in my tent. Scissors, duct tape, and twine are some highly recommended things I saw. You know, duct tape and twine to fix stuff, scissors to cut the twine, and duct tape to fix stuff. Nuts and snacks. I'm bringing electrolyte powder just to make sure I'm hydrated because I love that stuff. I'm also bringing a mini chalkboard to write where I'm going in case someone comes to my tent looking for me. This was recommended to me by somebody, which I felt like was a really good idea because you might not have any phone service there. So if you tell your friends that you're going to meet them somewhere, or you know, they should come find you at your tent and you're not there, you can have a little chalkboard or some type of writing out front of your tent just to say like, hey, I went to this place, I'll be back in 10 minutes, or come find me here if you need me. So I think that's a good idea. A clothesline is another thing I saw that was highly recommended just because it does get so wet there. So either a clothesline or twine just looped back and forth between two trees a couple of times should do the trick just fine from what I've heard. The only thing to keep in mind is that if you do put your clothes out to dry, it might rain again while your clothes are out supposed to be drying. And my friends also have told me that if you try to dry stuff in your tent, it doesn't really work. So just keep that in mind. That's why I'm bringing a lot of clothing pieces to swap in and out with each other, because I am a little bit worried about that. The last thing I have in this section is instruments. If you want to bring an instrument to play, that's always something that people love. Like if you want to make friends, or if you don't want to join the battle, you can always play music for other people, which is super fun. The very last part of my list is called Recommended by Other Patrons. So I'll just read these off. Pack at least your travel home outfit in a sealed bag in case of moisture. Hard shell suitcases are good as the tents can get condensation inside. Some use big trash bags to put over their suitcases. This is because of the mud as well, I've heard. If you're sleeping on a cot, store your suitcases under the cot to keep you insulated from underneath, which I think is a great idea. Some people recommended a hot water bottle for your feet if you get cold at night. A small trash container / decorum sack to put trash inside of. Individual first aid kit. A sewing kit. Knife / scissors. Small bowl and washcloth for washing your face inside of your tent. Hand sanitizer. And alcohol bottles to share with others if you are of age and would like to. So that is my whole packing list. I do have a couple more things to show, so let me go get those. I haven't been to a LARP, but I've been to Ren fairs, and I know that I get kind of hot. So a fan is a great thing to have. I am bringing this little box that I painted. It's full of jewelry. Here's a little peek. I made it so it has a little shelf so I can put jewelry on top and underneath of it, just to keep things all organized. But yeah, I am going to Bicolline with the Voyage North, and I want to share my experience in a YouTube video, but you're not supposed to have modern technology out. So something that some people do if you really want to get shots of the event is find ways to disguise your phone or camera. So I have this staff. It looks like this. It's small enough to fit in my bag. But the cool thing is that on the top of this staff, I have a tripod mount with a phone case inside of it that I covered in moss, and I even made a flap to cover the screen. So this is what I will be using to film on my phone when I'm out and about. If I see something that I want to film, but I don't want to be intrusive and distracting to other guests, I think this is a fairly good disguise for my phone to be able to film. But people don't like seeing technology, so definitely keep that in mind if you come wanting to film, take photos, etc. pair of shoes I'm planning to wear if I enter the battle is these, which I got very lucky. I thrifted these shoes. They are like pleather, so they are kind of like, they're kind of cracking at the seams, which you can see right there. But I wore them to the Ren Fair and they held up really nicely. I sprayed them with waterproofing spray and I put gel inserts inside of them to make them extra comfy, which as I said, I've tested at the Ren Fair. They are very comfy, so that's another good thing to keep in mind. If you have shoes that are decorum but not comfy, you can always buy modern gel inserts for those. I'm looking at my clothing. I have like a little clothing rack over here with all my stuff on it, just to see if I've kind of forgotten anything. And while I do have more like thrifted clothes and other stuff I'm going to bring that I'm not going to try on for you, because as I said, I put that in another video up here. I think that's about all I have to share. So now I just have to fit it all in my bags, and the next time I see you, I'll probably be talking about actually attending Bicolline. So I hope this was helpful. It's kind of helpful for me to just talk about what I'm bringing, so I'm like, oh yeah, this is good. I think I'm prepared. So I hope it was helpful for you too, but I can't wait to go to Bicolline with the Voyage North and my friend Lanchin. So yeah, I guess I'll see you there. I don't know why I get winded talking to the camera more than to other human beings, but you know, you just make me nervous, I guess. Well, it's a perfect shot of my little child. But what about me? Should I do a jig?